You have 30 seconds to decide. Is AT&T Stadium overrated or the best in the world?
It replaced Texas Stadium in 2009, originally called Cowboys Stadium. Overrated or best? Comment now. I read all.
Imagine lifting 20 Boeing 737 airplanes up a mountain. Now imagine doing it in 12 minutes, every single day, with perfect balance.
Sounds impossible? During the FIFA World Cup 2026, 9 games will be played inside a stadium that does exactly that.
A stadium so big, you could fit the entire Great Pyramid of Giza inside it, and still have room for 20,000 fans.
Welcome to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This isn't just a stadium, it's a monument to human stubbornness.
And the secret to its impossible roof was not invented by an engineer, but by a meat salesman 150 years ago.
This is future-proof tech.
The future is closer than you think.
Let's dive in.
This is future-proof tech, and today, we are decoding the engineering miracle of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
When FIFA announced that AT&T Stadium would host more matches than any other stadium in the World Cup, including a semi-final, the world asked one question: why Texas? Texas is severe, freezing winter storms in December, and in summer, the sun doesn't shine, it burns. So when the NFL and the Dallas Cowboys decided to build a new home in 2006, they had one demand: build us a stadium that doesn't sleep. Not 10 games a year,
365 days a year. Concerts, basketball, boxing, everything. That meant one thing: it had to be indoors, climate controlled.
But with no pillars to block the view of 80,000 screaming fans. And on top of that, it had to have a roof that could open and close at the push of a button.
A 1,500-ton roof. That's 10 times heavier than the biggest animal on Earth.
Meet the first genius of our story, architect Brian Truby. His first problem? How do you hold up a roof without pillars?
Normally, you build walls, you build pillars, you put a roof on top. Simple fit. But in a stadium, a single pillar is a disaster. One blocked view, and your $2 billion stadium is a failure.
Brian's answer was to look to the past. To a man the world had forgotten.
In 1875, in Portugal, the Douro River stopped, 170 meters wide, 20 meters deep. Couldn't put a single pillar in it. How do you build a bridge?
The French called a young engineer. His name was Gustave Eiffel. Yes, the same man who would later build the Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel did something insane. He didn't build a bridge. He built a giant steel arch that leaped over the entire river, touching nothing but the 2 banks.
But what gave it strength? Look closely. Triangles. Thousands of small triangles. A triangle is the only shape in geometry that cannot be deformed. You can put infinite pressure on it, it will break but never change its shape. Engineers call this a truss system. This genius man stole Eiffel's 150-year-old idea and supersized it beyond imagination. He designed 2 colossal arches, 1,400 feet long, 14 feet thick, 35 feet deep, no pillars, just 2 steel monsters spanning over 400 meters, and all their weight, plus the 2,100-ton weight of the roof, and the world's heaviest Jumbotron, is dumped onto just 4 concrete abutments.
Each abutment contains so much concrete, you could build 200 houses with it.
And because Texas heat makes steel expand and crack concrete like glass, they put giant expansion joints between the steel and concrete. They literally let the stadium breathe. After 8 months, they had it. The largest pillar-free dome in the world, with a perfect rectangular hole in the middle. A tribute to the Cowboys' old stadium. Now they just had to close that hole.
This is where every engineer quit. Remember, those two giant arches are not flat. They are curved at a 30-degree angle.
Trying to slide a 1,500-ton roof up a 30-degree slope is like dragging 20 Boeing 730-37s up a hill. When you close it, you have to fight gravity. When you open it, gravity wants to crush everything below. The first idea? Heavy-duty winches, steel cables, like lifting an elevator. It was a nightmare.
To lift 1,500 tons, you'd need winches weighing 3,000 tons. More weight on an already stressed structure. And if one winch pulled even 1 inch faster than the other, the entire truss would twist, lose balance, and collapse. If one cable snapped, it would be a catastrophe broadcast live on television. Dozens of engineers were called. Every idea failed, until someone looked outside engineering completely. In the 19th century, there was a businessman named Sylvester Marsh. He sold meat, and he loved to hike. His favorite mountain was Mount Washington in New Hampshire, the most dangerous mountain in America. So steep, so windy, that most tourists gave up at the bottom. Marsh had a crazy thought in 1869. What if a train could climb a mountain? Normal trains slip. Steel on steel has no grip. So he invented something beautifully simple. He put a third track in the middle, a track with teeth, a rack. And under the train, he put a gear, a pinion, whose teeth locked perfectly into the rack. The train could no longer slip. It would climb, tooth by tooth. And to make sure it never rolled back, he put a lock on the gear that only let it turn one way. If you've ever been on a roller coaster, that loud click, click, click sound as you climb, that's Marsh's lock. Still working 150 years later. They called it the rack and pinion. And this meat salesman's invention is what moves the roof of the most advanced stadium on Earth.
Look at the roof of AT&T Stadium. See that line running down the arch? That's not decoration. That's the rack, a giant toothed track, a 1/4 mile long.
130 motors, each 7.5 horsepower, drive gears that lock into that rack. When closing, they push. When opening, they become brakes, holding back 10 blue whales from crashing down.
And because gears have fixed teeth, both sides move at the exact same speed. Perfect balance. Every time. Time to open, 12 minutes. A flawless symphony of 19th century genius and 21st century power.
But the miracles don't stop at the roof. You are inside 3 million cubic meters of air. That's the volume of 75,000 bedrooms. To cool that, you would need to air condition 3 Burj Khalifas from top to bottom. A normal home AC is 1 to 4 tons. AT&T Stadium has an 11,000-ton chiller with ducts 6 feet thick.
They use simple physics. Cold air is heavy, so they blast cold air from the roof.
The air sinks over the fans, lands on the field, gets warm, becomes light, and rises back up into the void above the field where it gets recycled. An invisible waterfall of air.
And then, the screen. Hanging 50 meters above the field, 6 million kilograms of LED. Over 10 million individual lights, as tall as a 10-story building, with a surface area as big as a 3,000 square yard plot. No matter where you sit, you can't miss it. And the doors? 12 stories tall, made of insulated glass. Each panel weighs 86,000 kilograms. They don't swing open. They slide on the same rack and pinion system. 18 minutes to open. Like the gates to a futuristic city.
But now, the ultimate test. This field was built on concrete with artificial turf on top, so it could host anything. FIFA said no, soccer will only be played on real, natural grass.
How do you grow real grass on concrete, under a roof that only partially opens? The Cowboys' answer? A $300 million solution.
First, they raised the entire field by 6 inches and installed a high-tech drainage system underneath. Second, they installed artificial UV suns to give the grass sunlight. And third, and this is the most incredible part, they won't grow the grass here at all. They are growing 9 perfect fields on a farm in Colorado.
And just days before the World Cup, they will put that grass on refrigerated trucks, drive it to Texas, and lay it down like a carpet.
For the tournament, they will also expand the stadium from 80,000 to 94,000 seats.
9 matches, starting June 14th, 2026. And the semifinal on July 14th, 2026, right here. After the final whistle, the real grass will be ripped out and the turf will return. So what is AT&T Stadium, really? It's proof that no problem is new, that a bridge in Portugal in 1875 can teach us how to build a stadium in Texas in 2006.
That a meat salesman climbing a mountain can teach us how to lift 20 airplanes. It reminds us that engineering is not about having all the answers. It's about having the courage to look for answers in the most unexpected places.
This is more than steel and concrete. This is human imagination made solid. If you felt that inspiration, hit the like button, share this story with someone who loves impossible challenges. Tell us in the comments, which match are you going to watch at AT&T Stadium? This is Future Proof Tech. We will see you in the next amazing video.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this.